Now on CoastTV News.
Medical school delay. No announcement as expected, but there are still bidders.
Revitalizing Millsboro.
Just dress it up a little bit, and it's very inviting.
Plans to gussy up downtown.
Deer disease update when environmentalists are shedding more light on the deadly illness.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
Charges dropped for this Rehoboth Beach takeover. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. Our top story tonight, Delaware Attorney General saying that they're not going to prosecute promoters of a takeover party in Rehoboth Beach.
The charges are now dropped. They stem from this takeover event you're seeing now. Rehoboth police say the takeover caused businesses to close early, and several arrests were made for underage drinking and public smoking.
CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson in our newsroom. Brandon, the city says all the facts have not been reviewed yet.
Charlie, that's Rehoboth Beach's retort to the Delaware Attorney General's office. The office says the four promoters that were charged, they were charged on no factual basis. And the city of Rehoboth Beach also hired outside legal counsel to conduct a review of that May 19th takeover. Rehoboth Beach's public information officer says the Delaware DOJ office did not reach out to the city regarding the takeover. Video shows a large police presence on the boardwalk, and one viewer actually described the event as a dangerous flash mob. The charges that the Delaware DOJ rescinded were to commit or facilitate a riot. One woman on the Rehoboth Beach boardwalk today said the Delaware DOJ should have set a standard against this type of behavior.
They should be held responsible, and the charges should not have been dropped, because the only way you're going to stop that is if you don't promote it.
The city of Rehoboth Beach are saying they have reached out to the NAACP to schedule a meeting to discuss community concerns around that May 19th takeover. Back to you.
Thank you, Brandon. And there is another takeover flyer going around social media. Rehoboth Beach police say they're aware and standard preparations are already underway. The flyer calls for the takeover to happen at noon on June 13th. The post reads, quote, "New chapter, no limits." A decision on Delaware's first four-year medical school, that's been delayed. The governor's office tells CoastTV a decision will be announced early next week. According to state documents, a number of groups remain in the running. That includes Thomas Jefferson University, the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, PwC US Consulting, and Tiber Health. Sussex County is among the locations that are being considered, and the school could open as early as 2028. All of which brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know what area in Sussex County needs Delaware's first medical school the most.
Let's take a look at the updated results, and if you do want to vote, you see on that QR code you see on the side of the screen. Right now, a large majority are saying Millsboro, Georgetown in second place, Milford and Seaford getting a little bit of the votes, and this has changed since our 5 o'clock hour.
And it could change more if you go vote right now. Go to coasttv.com or use our mobile app, and we'll show you updated results on CoastTV News at 11.
Let's go ahead right now and take a live look outside into Lewis. Just an absolutely gorgeous day out there on the canal. As we turn it over to our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey, with a look at our weather. Bob?
Good evening, Maddie. We're heading into the weekend in fine fashion. Look at all the blue skies on the Boardwalk Plaza Camp. 67 in Rehoboth. A little cool right along the ocean right now. Inland area is a little warmer. 76 Millsboro, 77 Georgetown, Redden at 78. And it's dry. Dew points in the 40s and 50s. So it's actually chilly when you get in the shade with this breeze that's blowing around 20 miles per hour at the coast, and pretty breezy inland areas as well. But it's nice and quiet out there, nice and clear with high pressure. We are seeing some clouds and showers across New England. There's a cold front across southeast Canada. That'll be dropping south, reinforcing that cooler air as we head into Saturday. This evening, though, 70s inland, but cooler 60s at the beaches as the winds are coming in out of the southwest. And temperatures not falling off all that much because of that breeze. Will be in the 60s. So your evening planner goes like this: clear skies, temperatures in the 60s with a southwesterly breeze, but then much cooler and breezier as we head into the weekend. At least it stays dry. Your full forecast coming up a little bit later on.
Looking forward to it. Millsboro leaders say they're trying to give downtown a little summer spruce up, from cleaning up alleyways to talking about murals and signs and building appearance. Town leaders are looking for ways to brighten up Main Street before the summer rush. Coast TV News reporter Nicole Richter live in Millsboro. Nicole, the town says they have a vision for a downtown revitalization.
Charlie, excuse me, I'm here in downtown Millsboro. Now I want you and all of our viewers watching to just imagine it a little bit more colorful. That's what town leaders say they want to do. Right down the road to my left, there's already buildings that went up, more colorful, more modern. They say they want future development to look like that. Now for businesses that are already here, like the ones behind me, like Nectar Cafe, Black Cat Antiques, this barbershop in the corner, they say that they encourage them to reach out if they need any help in sprucing up the front of their stores. Town leaders say they may look at updating town codes or regulations, taking cues from towns like Berlin and Milford to encourage a more polished look for future development. For Jenna LaCruz, owner of Lonnie Lou's Brew, she says the town's character is what makes it special.
I'd love it. I don't want to change the structure of it. I think it has great bones, and I love the funkiness of it. I just feel like it could use a little lipstick and rouge, you know, just dress it up a little bit, and it's very inviting.
Town leaders say revitalizing downtown won't happen overnight, but a little community help and just a few creative touches like this sign right here can give Main Street a whole new look. Reporting live in Millsboro, Nicole Richter, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Nicole. Leaders in Milford gathered to break ground on Lafayette Place. That's a new affordable housing development that will go on Williamsburg Drive. It's kind of behind the car dealerships in the North Milford area.
The development could add up to 95 homes to working families or for working families in Kent County. Organizers say the need stretches across generations.
You see, you know, in kids that age out of the foster system, there is a lot. There's a huge need in populations that you don't even think about. We don't think about our seniors in that way. We don't think about our veterans, but there's housing need everywhere.
Backed by federal funding, developers say infrastructure work will begin immediately, and the first homes are expected to become available in 2028.
Keeping people and predators out to keep shorebirds in.
At Cape Henlopen State Park, Denrec has put up 6-foot-tall fencing covering over 2.5 acres.
Denrec says the least tern, that's a bird, has not had a successful nesting season there in 30 years.
Predators, environmental factors like tides and extreme weather also pose a threat to the birds.
Denrec says their goal is just to get one bird to take flight. Delaware's Advisory Council on Wildlife and Freshwater Fish is going to meet Tuesday night to discuss issues affecting hunters and wildlife like turkey harvest updates, also wildlife management area update projects, also waterfowl hunter survey results, and the latest on that chronic wasting disease that is killing deer. Now that meeting begins at 7 p.m. in Dover at the Little Creek Center. It will be held both in person or you can join online. And environmental leaders want your thoughts too on preservation and recreation priorities. The Department of Natural Resources has released a draft plan for the next decade. The agency is accepting public comments through June 28th. That plan supports Maryland's goal of conserving 40% of Maryland's land by 2040.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore has directed state agencies to coordinate on responding to what they call a double hit for the state's farming community. That included the late April freeze and the ongoing drought. The governor has asked the U.S. Department of Agriculture for federal disaster assistance, including emergency loans and other relief programs for farmers. A Maryland Farm Bureau survey found farmers are reporting average crop losses of nearly 68%, with some hardest hit areas seeing almost total losses.
And we're just getting started this evening.
A new brewery at the Old Iron Hill. What we know about the Three-Notched Brewing in Rehoboth Beach.
Temperatures pretty close to average for the 29th day of May. Our high in Georgetown 77, average high is 78, 54 the low, average low is 59. We're going below average as we go into the weekend. It stays dry, but it's going to be breezy and chilly, especially Saturday. Forecast details coming up a little bit later on.
But first, a look from above at the Bay Bridge. We have the history of that iconic structure when we're back, and that's just in 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
America 250 on Delmarva, brought to you by Johnny Janosic. The Chesapeake Bay divides Maryland's mainland from the eastern shore. Ferries were once popular for bridging the gap until traffic increased and they could no longer handle the demand. Bay Bridge proposals appeared as early as 1907, but plans made in 1927 were scrapped by the stock market crash of 1929. It wasn't until 1939 that the Maryland General Assembly authorized bridge construction, which was then delayed again by World War II. Finally, construction on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge began in 1947 and was completed 5 years later. The Army Corps of Engineers would not approve the design unless it crossed the shipping channel at a 90-degree angle, resulting in the bridge's unique curve. At the time it was built, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge was the longest over-water structure in the world at 4.2 miles long. Today, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge transports between 20 to 30 million cars every year, an important connection point of Maryland.
Find savings everywhere you turn. Memorial Day savings are extended at Johnny Janasic. Get our guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses. Then take an extra 20% off or 0% APR financing for 60 months. Plus 10% off all Tommy Bahama styles. Get this 5-piece immersive sound sectional for just $29.88 or this 3-piece outdoor sectional only $16.88. But the Memorial Day sale ends Monday, only at Johnny Janasic.
Hope you had a chance to get out and enjoy this beautiful day on this Friday. Boy, was it nice. Here's our Art League of Ocean City camera. The sun shimmering down, and it's just beautiful out there. And once you get in the shade, though, you're going to need to have that windbreaker for sure. It's going to be cool and clear this evening. Temperatures falling from the 70s into the 60s. It will be breezy at times, too. And then into the weekend, we have a reinforcing shot of cool air Saturday. So that's going to be breezy conditions on Saturday. And by Sunday morning, we're going to be in the 40s. It's going to be awfully chilly, but inland 70s for highs and 60s at the coast. And it was beautiful today. It was 75 in Cambridge, 77 in Georgetown, 70 in Ocean City. Dover checked in with a high of 77, and we're still pretty close to those high temperatures now. It is cooler at the coast, however, 64 Ocean City, Rehoboth at 66, Georgetown 77, and Gumboro at 74. And this is about as dry as it gets here. Anytime we see dew points in the 40s and low 50s, that's indicating very, very dry air. That's why it feels cool. You go in the pool, you get out. It's cold. Now we're looking at a sea breeze right now with winds gusting to 20 miles per hour at the coast and pretty breezy inland as well, but mostly clear skies, just some high wispy clouds. Now farther to the north, we are tracking a system that is bringing clouds and showers across New England, and there's a cold front trailing low pressure. Now I think this moisture stays offshore, but this front will be dropping in tomorrow, increasing the breeze and bringing in another chunk of cool air. Futurecast this evening, 70s and then 60s. We have a southwesterly flow. Then here comes that front in the morning. Nothing in the way of rain, clouds, but then the winds really start to pick up. It's going to be breezy with 60s in the morning, and many of us are stuck in the 60s in the afternoon, even 50s at the beaches. It's going to be windy there, some lower 70s inland areas. And then tomorrow night, as the winds do lighten up, it's going to get chilly as we go into Sunday morning. Could be as cold as 45 in Seaford, 45 in Millsboro. Ooh, that's nippy. And then 50s at the coast. And then by Sunday afternoon, a tad warmer with temperatures into the mid-70s, but 60s at the beaches. Our dew point trend, well, it was obviously very muggy and moist last week, but we're looking at dry and comfortable conditions as we go into the weekend and the early part of next week. And along the coast, cool tomorrow with that north breeze, 68 in Lewis, 69 Dewey Beach with 72 in Chincoteague. Feeling colder with that northerly breeze, and that breeze really ramps up as we go into Saturday afternoon with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Then that onshore flow will start to weaken as we go into Sunday. Now we do keep it dry into Sunday, but there will be moisture offshore. Some of that could push in a little bit on Monday, but much of it stays offshore. So maybe a slight chance of a shower Monday or Tuesday, but all in all looking dry. 60 tonight, clear skies and cool, and then 70 maybe tomorrow. Mostly sunny and cool. Paul Davis 7-day forecast up to 77 on Monday, 73 on Tuesday. So still pretty cool. A slight chance of a shower Monday or Tuesday. Then finally warming up by the end of the week, close to 80 Thursday, then 86 Friday with a mix of sun and clouds.
Looks great. Thank you, Bob. Pocomoke City will hold a grand reopening for the Delmarva Discovery Museum. It's been closed since March 20th due to a lack of funding. That was despite a last-ditch fundraiser in January to keep it open, but since then, Supporters have raised $170,000 towards the museum's $200,000 goal.
I wasn't surprised by the community outpouring. I was kind of surprised that I believe donations were coming in from Virginia Beach, from Baltimore, from all over the place.
The reopening celebration starts with a ribbon cutting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Signs are up for the new owner of the former Iron Hill Brewery in Rehoboth Beach. Virginia-based Three Notched Brewing Company is moving into Coastal Highway, as signs show, and Rehoboth is listed as coming soon on the Three Notched website. Iron Hill closed all its locations last September. Three Notched was founded in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2013 and has locations across the country.
Marva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. A state title trophy is on the line tonight. Let's see which of our local teams will have a chance to take it home. The semifinals were in Newark, Delaware. It was the Lake Forest Spartans taking on the Sussex Central Golden Knights. Kimora Harris would start things off with the 2 RBI double for Sussex Central. This knotted the game at 2. Adeline Lutz has been fantastic in this postseason, and she would add in on the fun. This ball is out of here, as that would put the Golden Knights up 6-2, and Sussex Central will come out on top 12-10, and they will be facing the winner of this game. The DIAA semifinal, Sussex Tech and Caravel. We start off with Katie Pinad hits a single for the Buccaneers, and that would set things up. Abigail Russell hits an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Caravel leads 1-0, and that would be all the Buccaneers needed. Caravel is headed to the DIAA State Finals, where they will take on Sussex Central tonight. First pitch at 7 p.m. Have a great night, everybody.
Middle school sent groups of students to spots around Sussex County to perform a little community service.
I love that. One of the locations was Rehoboth Beach, where students picked up trash and planted trees. They say they enjoyed to give back.
I live right by here, so I come bike down to Rehoboth a lot. So for me, cleaning up, just making sure it's prepared for the season. I know that a lot of people just kind of like leave their trash around, so cleaning up beforehand just definitely helps with like getting trash in the ocean, since the boardwalk's obviously right near the ocean. Just helps with the fish and just making the boardwalk look presentable.
Students also sat down with the mayor to learn about Rehoboth government.
And it's always good to be civic-minded, especially on a beautiful day like today. Boy, great excuse to be outside. Now, for this evening, make sure you have a windbreaker. We're going to see a southwesterly breeze. Clear skies, temperatures not dropping like they did last night or precipitously. We'll be looking at mid-60s through the overnight hours. Then we'll see that next push of cooler air building in later in the morning. Congratulations to Leslie Berube from Millsboro. She has a new umbrella, courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV. And call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. It is sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico. Here is your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. It's going to be a cool and breezy weekend. 70 Saturday and then 48 Sunday morning. Some inland places a little cooler than that. 73 on Sunday, and then still cool into the early and the middle part of next week. Maybe a stray shower Monday or Tuesday. Then finally warming up by the end of the week. 86 Friday, 87 on Saturday. That's what I'm talking about. Some beach weather. Maybe a few showers and warm by Sunday.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.